Welcome to our fascinating video guide, Games Worth Playing But You Missed. In this video, we reveal the veil over games that may have escaped your attention but deserve to be found. From indie masterpieces to forgotten blockbusters, we delve into a world of unique gaming pearls that promise not only new experiences, but also unforgettable emotions.
Let's go, bitch.
Roboquest is a fast-paced first-person shooter with roguelike mechanics developed by Rise Up Studios. The game is set in a devastated future world. The player controls a revived robot guardian who fights enemies in ever-changing environments. The game is available in both single-player and two-player co-op modes. The game features different character classes such as Guardian, Scout, Engineer, Commander, Ranger, and Elementalist. Each class has its own unique abilities and playstyles. During the game, players progress through randomly generated levels, collect upgrades, and fight powerful bosses. Lies of P is a fast-paced, Souls-like game that transforms the classic story of Pinocchio into a dark and violent tale set against the backdrop of the elegantly gloomy Belle Epoque era. You play as a puppet created by Geppetto, who gets caught in a web of lies, facing unimaginable monsters and unreliable figures. The game is set in the disease and madness-ridden city of Krat, which was once vibrant and prosperous. The game offers a unique combat system, allowing you to develop your own fighting style to face brutal enemies and challenging terrain. Players will have to make decisions on whether to tell the truth or lie to overcome obstacles in their path. Hitman III, developed and published by IO Interactive, is the dramatic conclusion to the World of Assassination trilogy. This stealth game, played from a third-person perspective, continues the story of the previous two games, following the protagonist, Agent 47, as he executes contracted assassinations across various locations. The base game features 6 new locations: Dubai, Dartmoor, Berlin, Chongqing, Mendoza, and the Carpathian Mountains in Romania, with a 7th map, Ambrose Island in the Andaman Sea, India, added later. Players who own Hitman or Hitman II can import maps, levels, and their progress into Hitman III. The game includes updated gameplay features from previous entries in the series. Nech Cult of the Lamb is a roguelike video game developed by Massive Monster and published by Devolver Digital. In the game, you control a lamb saved from sacrifice by a deity called the One Who Waits. Tasked with creating a cult in its name, you embark on roguelike-style crusades across 5 regions, battling enemies and growing your following. The game blends elements of dungeon crawling with base building, where you manage your cult's village, fulfilling followers' needs, and making strategic choices like performing rituals or sacrifices. The game's unique art style combines dark themes with a deceptively cute presentation. Trine 5, A Clockwork Conspiracy, is a puzzle adventure game set in a fantasy world where the player controls 3 characters with unique abilities. Each character, a wizard, a warrior, and an outlaw, has special skills that must be used to solve problems and overcome obstacles. The game mixes platformer and puzzle elements, where players can interact with a variety of mechanisms and magic items to advance through the levels. A special feature of Trine 5 is the visual design, which combines bright and saturated colors with detailed fantasy landscapes. The game supports cooperative mode, allowing several players to team up to solve problems. The plot of the game is tied to solving the mystery of the hour-long conspiracy, where the heroes explore various locations, facing a variety of enemies and puzzles.
Poor talisman.
Strange Brigade is a cooperative third-person shooter with adventure elements. The game is set in the 1930s and is inspired by the style of old adventure movies. Players step into the role of members of the Strange Brigade, a team of British explorers and adventurers fighting various supernatural threats. The game places a heavy emphasis on cooperative play and interaction between players. Each character has unique abilities and weapons. The game offers a variety of levels set in exotic locations, including ancient ruins, abandoned cities, and hidden temples. In each level, players will have to solve puzzles, search for treasures, fight mythical monsters and bosses, and deal with traps.
What a shot!
Ghostrunner 2 is a fast-paced first-person action game that is a sequel to the original Ghostrunner. The game combines elements of platformer and complex action, where players will control the main character, a fast-moving and deftly maneuvering ninja in a dystopian future. The peculiarity of the game is the high level of difficulty. The hero dies from a single hit, which requires players to react quickly and accurately plan their actions. The protagonist has various abilities, including accelerated movement, parkour, powerful sword-chopping attacks, and instant movement abilities.
All of our channels, just in case.
They aren't our channels, not the encrypted ones.
Fine, I'm leaving.
God, I hate her.
The Quarry is an interactive horror thriller developed by Supermassive Games, the creators of Until Dawn. The game is a cinematic adventure where every decision you make affects the plot and outcome of the story. The plot revolves around a group of teenagers who stay overnight at Hackett's Quarry summer camp after it closes. They soon realize that they are not alone. The camp hides dark secrets and dangerous threats. Players will control a variety of characters, each with their own unique personalities and histories. Generation Zero is an open-world post-apocalyptic survival game developed by Avalanche Studios. The game is set in the 1980s in an alternate Sweden, where peaceful areas are suddenly overrun by hostile machines. Players begin their adventure in a devastated world without any clues or predetermined quests. The main goal is to survive and explore the surrounding world to understand what happened and how to stop the Mei-Chin invasion. Northgard is a strategy game with survival elements developed by Shiro Games. The game is inspired by Scandinavian mythology and tells the story of Viking tribes exploring new lands. Players control a clan of Vikings exploring and colonizing the new mystical island of Northgard. The main task is to build a settlement, gather resources, survive in harsh conditions, and cope with enemies and mythical creatures. The game combines elements of traditional, real-time strategy and resource management. You need to manage workers, assigning them to different tasks such as farming, resource gathering, research and defense. Exploring territories, waging wars, and diplomacy with other clans are also important aspects.